Look.
Listen.
Welcome one and all to another edition of Look, Listen, Cast. It's a podcast. It's about Pokemon. It's about other things, mainly Pokemon Horizons, the anime, but also lots of other things as well. Hello, it's Geese Peep.
Hey, guys.
No Taylor this week. He's busy driving or something. I don't know. He'll be fine because I'm pretty sure, big spoilers for next week, it's just part 2 of today. So he's just going to be fine. He's just going to watch both episodes. And it's going to be like he watched one episode. So he wins scot-free. Am I right?
I don't want to hear any complaining from him about it.
All right. I doubt he'll complain.
I just don't want to hear it, Taylor.
Okay.
Taylor?
He won't. He would never. Geese Peep, every week before we discuss an episode of Pokemon, we are legally obligated to tell every single person listening what we've been up to in our first segment of the week. That's right, it's Geese of the Week. What you been peeping? Geese Peep, take it away. What you been peeping this week, please. Go ahead.
Let's think. Chronologically speaking, there was peeping that happened. We went to Pasadena.
It's a city with a park in it, turns out. Geese Peep.
The park, so there's a big park. The middle park of said big park is called Brooksfield Park?
Brookside sounds better.
Brookside, where the Rose Bowl is. And we went there, well, I don't know, Sunday or something. And we got some mid-Japanese curry.
Terrible. And the whole time we're eating the curry, we're just looking at the menu of the place next door to us that looks so good and is so much better and has a line out the door because it's so good.
Well,
while we're in the empty curry restaurant. Someone
decided to do restaurant planning right after we got off the train.
I'm sure we were busy, so there was no time.
No, there was plenty of time. But anyway, then we went to the park and we saw a bird. And then we decided to remedy the situation. And we decided to remedy the situation yesterday by going to Pasadena again. And this time we went to good restaurant.
It was all right.
It was okay.
Russell's, whatever. I mean, shouts out.
Look, did I eat a lot of hash browns?
Too many hash browns, some may say.
It was too greasy and it hurt my tummy and I had to take a Pepto. But then we went to park and I saw some good birds.
Geese Peep loves birds. Believe it or not, she's always cataloging them and listening to their calls and figure out which one's rare. We spent a long time walking through that park trying to find birds, rare birds. We found some lifers, which of course means she's never seen them before. Everybody had a fun time.
The problem is the birds are small and they like to fly around, so it's really hard to spot them and then also photograph them. Wow. And it's really frustrating. But it was really pretty.
Yeah, nice park. Beautiful. Lots of disc golf. It's the number one first ever disc golf playground in the entire world. Everybody knows.
Shouts out.
Everybody knows this.
Yeah.
You can't go to Hahamonga Watershed PArk without playing a little bit of disc golf tournament. That's where you see all the kids walking down the hill and they're talking their stories about the first time I played disc golf, and then they start playing some disc golf.
That actually did happen.
It did happen. All I gotta say is shouts out to Sports Champions for the PlayStation 3. Came out with the PlayStation Move, and that disc golf version of the game on that game, lots of fun. Play with your PlayStation Move controller. Have a wonderful time.
We also went to the ocean the other day, do birding.
I don't remember going to the ocean. When did we go to the ocean?
We went to Marina Del Rey.
Oh, right. Yeah, that's an ocean.
And because I wanted to see a loon so bad, and there were reports of loons in that area the day before, and I've never seen a loon, but there was no loon. Good other bird, and lots of sea lions, but no loon. And then we got Tito's tacos, which is delicious.
You love Tito's tacos. It's a very old school kind of Mexican place. Like, it's real. Geese Peep put it the best. When you eat a Tito's taco and you bite into it and you look at it, it looks like the most classic image of what a taco and burrito are and is, and or is. And I was thinking aloud to myself and mentioning, I wonder if it's because we watch all these TV shows and movies with a classic image of what this food stuff is. And because this place is so close to where movies and TV shows are filmed, if people are literally basing it off of this kind of thing, because it's like from the 50s or whatever, or even earlier, maybe even, perhaps.
I think later.
Or later.
Who's to say?
But it was very good. Very tasty.
And then someone demanded we go get ice cream right after that.
Everybody wanted ice cream in the entire room because there were 100,000 flavors plastered everywhere. And they said Handel's ice cream, their slogan is, "We never skimp." So you pay them a small amount of money and they drown you in ice cream. And we had all the flavors. We had banana, raspberry, blueberry, goofballs.
So I got the medium, which includes 3.5 scoops of ice cream. So I got a scoop and a half of banana cream pie, which is one of their most famous flavors. It was really good. It tasted like fresh banana. It was delicious. And then I got a scoop of monkey business, which is banana cake batter and some chocolate fudge, maybe. I don't know. That was good too.
Also today, we went to Salt and Straw Ice Cream where she got Bananas Foster. So it's a big ice cream bonanza kind of week, to be honest.
You got a banana split.
Yeah, I got a banana split at the Handels, and it was all right. It was okay. But they put too much extra things because I'm fine with a little whipped cream. Yeah, you got to put your cherry. Maybe you put little peanuts. But they went to town with too many. Like, I didn't need the pineapple topping, so I wouldn't do that again. I would just get a cone or something. Also, important to note, we also ate at this place called Tenkaippin, which is a Kyoto-based ramen chain. It's way too thick. I'm sorry. I mean, if you're in the mood for just, as Geese put it, eating gravy, it's going to be delicious and tasty. But it's not what we're looking for in ramen. We're not looking, because the first couple bites, you're going, and then by the end of it, you're going, oh, I can't take another bite. It's so thick and rich and heavy. Like the man said, Geese remember, he said, it's like eating a little bit of a oy clam chowder.
You've been waiting for this place to open for a while, though, right?
Yeah, they've been trying to open for years, it seems like, and now it's finally open, and I don't think I'll go back, so that's sad.
I mean, you also got chicken and cheesy bread.
Chicken naan. Well, it's not my fault I got cheesy bread. Everybody else in the entire restaurant was eating cheesy bread. Was going to look like an idiot. Now to order a little bit of cheesy bread? Please, come on. In video game news this week, I finally caught my Blastoise 7-star from the 7-star Scarlet and Violet Terror Raids. Somehow missed that one. Thank goodness they're rolling them back. So please redo all of them, especially the early ones, so I can complete my Mightiest Mark collection. Geese Peep. We've been watching such an immense amount of Nomad Push, the YouTuber. We just are so invested in his story of traveling across all the prefectures of Japan on his favorite little 50cc moped-san.
Yeah, I've been doing a lot of that. We went to Holly House. We went to
Hawk something house.
Hollyhock House, which is a Frank Lloyd Wright house, and that was cool. That was pretty. And a lady who had a party there gave us some free coffee and free berries, which was fun.
And we had to sign a petition for some firefighters, but whatever. We're always asked to sign something.
Yeah.
And we keep signing or ignoring, depending on our mood and how much. Oh my God, we forgot about the farmer's market. Geese Peep, please tell them.
No, you tell them.
Okay. Geese Peep really wanted to go to the farmer's market. Here's a little story for everybody. The best laid plans of mice and men. Geese Peep says to me, she says, let's have healthy day, eat salads. Crash cut to 24 hours later. We eat our healthy salad and immediately have giant ice cream in our hands.
Because you wanted it.
She wanted it. Okay.
No, you wanted it.
She wanted to go to the farmer's market and immediately were accosted by these two giant bearded Greek yogurt salesmen, and they fleeced us for everything we have. We bought so much yogurt, and he just kept giving me sample after sample. Guava yogurt, passion fruit yogurt, tzatziki, hummus, red pepper hummus, feta cheese. Here, please. I kept saying no more spoons, no more samples. And yet here I was with 3 more spoons in my hand.
He didn't even ask us. He literally gave us spoon. We basically had an entire container of yogurt and samples. He kept trying to make us try all the flavors. And then we were like, oh, I don't know which one we like. So he made us try them again.
Yeah, round 2. I didn't even ask for any of this, and he's already bagging up 4 of them.
Yeah, you're back. You didn't even wait.
It was like, don't worry, you're getting one for free. And we're like, okay, whatever. Luckily, I had enough money on my little PayPal card, but that's the fact that Geese Peep loves Greek yogurt.
And hummus. We got hummus, too.
And hummus. And
should we have gone the feta instead of one of the yogurts? Who's to say?
Certainly don't say yes, because I'll never recover from that information. But because he got lucky enough that I had $24 on my PayPal card, he made the sale.
Honestly, $24 for 2 things of fresh Greek yogurt and 2 things of hummus is not that bad.
Yeah, we'll survive somehow. Okay. Anyway, that was a fun time at the old farmer's market. What a bunch of salesmen these people were. They had the biggest beards you could ever imagine. They kept telling me, grow your beard longer, never trim. And I said, no, I like it fresh and trim. Because here's the thing, Geese Peep. The majority of the planet likes a professional-looking beard. It's a pretty small percentage that are like, longer, I need longer. So we got to, come on, guys. And it most matters what I think about my facial hair situation. Geese Peep, are you ready to move on to Poké-news of the week?
Yeah.
This week's Poké-news of the week from sarahb.net are first off, oh my god, the special Poké-Park Kanto event gameplay in Pokemon Go has been revealed. It begins February 5th, 2026, so make sure to do all fun stuff with that. They've been showing a bunch of videos from Poké-Park and the Nurse Joys they got there, and you're healing your Pokemon. Everybody's having a wonderful time. I can't wait to go to Poké-Park Kanto the next time I go to Japan. What a fun time.
Where is it?
You'll never guess. It's in Kanto.
Oh, right.
She walked right in that one. Everybody in the comments was saying the exact same thing. Where is it? And then everybody said, Kanto, what do you think? Also, in this week's Poké-news of the week, Geese Peep, why don't you take it away with our next piece of news?
There's a pop-up store at the London Natural Museum. Wait, is it the Natural History Museum in London, where you can see a little kind of diagrams of the new book that's coming out, Poké-ecologies, right? And they also have a store. We love merch.
It's all based off of history. Like, you got all the fossil Pokemon on there, and they go well with the museum. And they've got promo Pikachu card where all the fossils are Pokemon, and it's real sick. Everybody check that out. They got a good plush of Pikachu at the museum.
We watched the video by Sarah B, and I forgot this man was British.
Joe Sarabi. We talk about him every single week.
I forget he's British. I don't know what to tell you.
Sorry. And in our final piece of Pokemon news this week, new Pokemon Legends ZA Icon parts have been made available for exchange on the Nintendo Switch Online. So why don't you just go ahead and spend your little platinum points and get yourself a new avatar. That'll be fun for you. It is now time to discuss an episode of Pokemon. Geese Peep, can you please tell us what happened last time on Pokes?
Last week on Pokemon, the gang gets haunted by a Pokemon. And they're somehow totally okay about it and acting normal afterwards.
Yeah, because it belongs to Princess or Grandma Diana. It's great. All right, Geese Peep, can you please tell us the name of today's episode 124 of the Horizons anime in English?
Storming Explorers Headquarters.
Or in Japanese, Totsunyu Ekuspurorazu Honbu. And Geese Peep, can I please get a 1-sentence synopsis for this week's episode this week, please?
Heist time, more like nice time to evolve.
Ooh, all right, everybody. Big spoilers. We're going to open up this episode so hard. I don't know if we're in the middle of the night where it's sunset, where it's sunrise. It's one of those times of the day where it's not super clear when it is. But anyway, a Methio is coming aboard the brave Olivine. Oh my God.
Did last week's episode end with them being like, we gotta call him Methio?
No, I don't think so.
It was a really not abrupt. It was a cold opening.
If Taylor were here, he would have been certain that he missed an episode.
I was certain I missed an episode.
Anyway, the kids have invited Amethio over for brunch in the breakfast nook, and they've come to say, Amethio, may you please help us go and on a big mission so we can perhaps save the 6 heroes of light, pretty please.
I like how Amethio sums up for the audience again what we've already been getting summaries of for each single episode, that they need the 18 different guys.
One for each type. To
get rid of all of the Laquium. But It is a kid's show, so it makes sense.
Well, I mean, you're going to forget. You got to be reminded. And so Amethio heard all this from Hamburgers. Clearly, Dot or Liko is texting Butler Hamburgers to tell Amethio to please come meet us. And we got, we're going to need a lot of Pokemon to save the day, is what I'm saying.
He debriefs everyone in the room, and he says that his goons, what are their names in English again?
Zerk and Onions, or Onia, but we call her Onions.
Zerk and Onions have been scoping it out from the inside, and they discovered that the 6 heroes were moved to HQ.
Explorers headquarters. Oh my God. Also, in the midst of this, we do get a very cute scene of Liko's Charcadet looking up to Ceruledge and greeting him and saying, "Hey, how's it going? It's me, Charcadet. You remember me." All right. Well, they have a big old talk about, we're gonna look. Here's some schematics of the hideout or the headquarters. We're gonna sneak in here. We're gonna do that, and we'll just discuss some strong spheres. And honestly, we could talk about strong spheres and how they attack and they don't attack all day, but there's no time, Geese People. We gotta go save the 6 heroes.
We have to do it now because Spinal is at Exceed.
Yeah.
So now is the time to strike.
Yeah, we gotta do it right this second. And honestly, nobody has time to use the bathroom. It's time for a strategy meeting. And then we get an odd scene, in my opinion, of Liko becoming so concerned. Or what would you call her face? Because Charcadet's just getting pumped for the mission. Is he already wearing his armor at this point?
No, he's just getting pumped. I literally drew the face Liko makes. It's shocked Pikachu face, I would say.
Yeah, I don't know why she's so shocked. I mean, I know why they did it. It's setting Charcadet up to evolve, and they're just showing that. Still, he didn't make much sense. It's time.
They needed 3 seconds of filler.
Yeah. It's time for a theme song. We're back from the theme song, and now it's nighttime, and we're approaching the headquarters right before sunset. And all the adults of the Brave Olivine are very supportive of this mission. They just keep going on about, oh, here, get some rest. Why don't you get some food? Hope you guys don't die in this big, giant, death-defying mission. We're not going to help you.
It's all on you guys.
Why did they not help? I mean, Molly can hold her own. I've seen her battle, right? Haven't we seen Molly battle?
I really don't know.
Okay, well, then we're going to get a little scene of everybody getting a little bit of shut-eye before the big mission. We see all the Pokemon sleeping. Very cute. Dot working, burning the midnight oil.
She's anxious. She's running the calculations, running the scenarios. And she's like, oh, yeah, this will work. I'll be okay. It'll be okay.
And now this is the scene I was thinking of when we see Charcadet putting on the auspicious armor for the first time. And I actually thought he was going to evolve right here and now. In the game, the way it works in Scarlet and Violet, give the item to the Pokemon. Clearly not how the anime works. I guess you just have to wear the armor and then be sick for a second. I don't know.
Alt comes out of his goblin room to talk to Amethio. And he's like, hey, why are you hanging around here anyway? And I was kind of confused by Amethio's response because it was a flashback memory of Liko from like season 1, right?
So Alt literally invites Amethio into the little nook, which kind of triggers. There's a little nook. It's hard to explain, but when you're on like the front of the ship, I feel like this is where Grandma used to sleep, and it's kind of where near Alt sleeps. And it's where Liko and Sprigatito were hanging out, or in English, Sprigatito were hanging out early on in the first season. But it's the first time Amethio was ever in the Brave Salami, and he was chasing after Liko, and she was in there crying, so scared for her life. And he's just having a flashback to that, and I don't know if he's having regrets or what, but he's like, no, I don't want to walk in there. I'm fine.
Oh, I don't remember that at all.
Anyway, we get a full scene of just Amethio speaking real cryptically to Alt, and he then at some point Amethio says, I finally understand. You have so much freedom with these guys. And Alt cracks me up because he says, well, I really like all the guys here, and if they trust you, I guess I'll trust you.
I felt like there were a couple times in this episode where they were kind of setting up that Amethio would betray them.
No, he would never. Amethio, my boy, you kidding me?
But like spoilers, when Dot is hacking the mainframe, she was like, oh, Amethio was right. The elevator is offline. And I don't know. I just got that vibe that they were trying to maybe set that up as something that would happen.
No, he would never. Anyway, we're going to do a real quick cut to just they're at the base. I thought they would, spend a little more time on this, but no, we get cut straight from Ult and Amethio talking to they're literally at the base. We got some of the kids hiding in the bush, just like Team Rocket, and they're just looking at the guards with their watchhogs out front. And right as they're about to approach the guards, who's that in the sky? My God, who's flying on a Skarmory, Geese Peep?
Amethio.
With his goons, Zerk, and Onions, and it's time for a battle. Now, here's the bad news for whatever score Geese Peep is going to give this episode. Is this episode mainly just a bunch of battles?
It's not even a bunch of battles. It's mainly one battle.
It's at least 2 battles, but that's okay because it's... I mean, I don't know what score I'm going to give this. It's a very kind of paint by numbers episode. It's just like we've had a million of these before. It's like, let's do something. Okay, we're going to have to battle. Okay. I'm going to tell you right now, it's no Petulant episode, but whatever. Okay. Here's the thing we're going to do. Amethio, he's going to narrate this entire plan as it's happening in real time as we watch. Time for a battle between Amethio and the Watchhogs. Psycho Cut Ceruledge. Oh my God. All the guards throw out a Sheldon, Golbat, and Marowak, and they're getting super strong Laqua Sphered. Holy moly. And turns out, Geese Peep, Amethio fighting these guards, it's merely a distraction while the other kids land on the roof. That's right, the boys, Ult and Roy, are jumping on top of the roof while the girls are hiding in the bushes.
And the boys immediately Mega Evolve, which was interesting.
Yeah, they waste no time. Because that's the big twist, is everybody's just another distraction for the next distraction. So they're saying, we gotta make it appear as if we're such a big threat. We're Mega Evolving straight off the bat. We're fighting a Druddigon. We're fighting a Skuntank. We're fighting a Gramble. And, okay, now let's jump to our third set of characters. The actual mission, that's right, it's Dot and Liko. And they've got to hack themselves a little door to get into the freight elevator so they can get to the bottommost layer that normally only an Explorer's admin can get to. That'll be fun, right? Oh my God, who could have predicted this, Geese Peep? It's Rubella and Indy. Rubella and Indy are here, and they've got 2 Salamence. Oh my God, and they start using Flamethrower, and it looks like it's going to hit Meowscarada and Liko, but who pops out of the Pokeball to save the day, Geese Peep?
Charcadet.
Oh my God. That's because he's got Flame Body ability, Geese Peep, of course. All fire attacks he just absorbs and gets stronger. Doesn't even do any damage. What cracked me up about Charcadet coming out of the Pokeball is he's still just wearing his armor, which does make sense because Pokemon in their Pokeballs can hold their item, but it's just funny him popping out with that big giant armor. And out of nowhere, Geese Peep, before Charcadet can even get into a fight with the Salamence, Amethio drops down to help.
He's like, hey guys.
And thank goodness, Geese Peep, because both Salamences immediately get strong Laqua Sphered, so they're going to be extra tough. Charcadet in this scene, just adorable trying to fight with Ceruledge. That's his best friend, Geese Peep. Little Charcadet loves Ceruledge. And now it's time for a commercial break. We're back from the commercial break. Oh my God, Fire Knights, dodge that Salamence! And Geese Peep, do you recall Charcadet running around, but he trips and falls because he's wearing the big bulky armor?
Yeah.
He's just struggling and rolling around on his back. Very cute.
It's like what we got in the early seasons with Terapagos in his shell.
Oh yeah, he did used to do that a lot. But Liko, at this point, realizes that perhaps we can use this armor to his advantage and he can hide inside it, and that way he's not hit by the attacks. And
like a turtle.
Exactly. So when Salamence uses its tail to knock Charcadet into the wall of the big Explorer's headquarters, it doesn't even hurt him. He's fine. Ceruledge, Shadow Claw. Oh my God. Oh my God, these Salamence, they're so strong. These strong spheres are just... they're getting stronger by the second. But luckily for our heroes, Rubella and Indy are dumbos because they just keep using Flamethrower, which of course Charcadet can just keep absorbing with his ability. So fools, the lot of them. And he just gets stronger and stronger. And Liko says, use Ember. And I keep thinking to myself, there's so many stronger moves than Ember. Big spoilers. Charcadet, quote-unquote Charcadet, knows this, and he's going to maybe perhaps use a different move when Liko says Ember, because he realizes Ember's not that strong, these people. Oh my god, but the Salamences, they're not stopping, and they're hitting Ceruledge so hard! But once again, these idiots have activated another ability. That's right, Ceruledge's weak armor ability. When he takes a hit, he becomes much faster, and now he can fight off these dragons faster than ever before.
Oh, I didn't realize it increases speed. I thought it was a power thing.
Yeah, he's so much faster now. So he's going to use Shadow Claw and Charcadet. You can use Takedown, and it did so much damage in Geese Peep. All these Rising Bolt tacklers, they're cleverer than ever before. Because here's the thing about Takedown: it normally damages you in recoil, but if you're wearing a big old heavy armor, turns out doesn't even do any recoil damage. So.
And that's physics.
Also, at some point in this battle, I'm guessing perhaps a Salamence used the dragon move Outrage, because there's a line from Liko where she says, now that he's confused, you can use this attack.
I can't be the only girly that had a hard time following the fight because they used the same Pokemon. It was hard to see which one got hit by what and everything.
No, nobody in the world could ever confuse two Pokemon to the same ones.
No, I meant I was confused.
No, yeah, you're probably the only one, I would imagine. I'd imagine that watched this show.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody else, I mean, you can probably tell the difference using their eyelashes or something, probably. Well, you can't tell dragons apart? Oh my god, they both use Dragon Dance, and they're getting even stronger, and they're hitting both Ceruledge and Charcadet so hard. Guys, we have got to combine our strength. We got to do a sick jump at the same time. We got to do a Psycho Cut. We got to do an Ember. And we get this cool, sick camera pan around both of them as they have their backs together. They're fighting so hard. They're fighting so strong, but they're at their limit. Liko comes up with the smartest idea she could ever come up with, at least in anime logic. I don't think this would be that helpful in the video games. But she says, use a Fire Spin, Charcadet. And it surrounds our two fiery knights in a tornado vortex of fire, protecting them from the Salamence. Oh, you foolish explorers. They decide, we're going to just go ahead and tell our Salamence to fly up into the sky and dive into your fire tornado. But Geese Peep, that was Liko's plan all along.
Now they're all trapped.
They played themselves, Geese Peep. We trapped the Salamences, and I then see the armor on Charcadet start to glow. He's in the midst of evolving. What are you saying?
I just think we literally just got the armor the last episode.
Right. We've been waiting so long for this armor.
But I feel like we haven't gotten enough of the buildup of...
No. We've had people have been waiting for this poor boy to be an armor since day one.
It was... I don't know.
It's sick.
At least they could have waited to the next episode, part 2.
No, we needed it big time right now. Anyway, his armor's glowing, but before he even evolves, we get a giant Psycho Cut plus Ember combo attack like Kirby 64, and it was so sick, and it hits the Salamence so hard, and immediately, I'm saying these Salamence are donezo. And it was such a sick scene, Geese Peep, because they even play the evolution music after the fire spin subsides and we see a fully evolved Armarouge. Ooh, so sick. And he's standing side by side with Ceruledge. Ooh. At this point, Geese Peep, we're going to see how terrible of a people Indy and Rubella are, because they keep trying to order their Salamence to attack when they're clearly down for the count. They're clearly donezo.
They're bad trainers.
Who was it? Amethio saying the fight is over. You know this to be true. Stop ordering them. But they forced them to anyway. And so Liko and Amethio say, well, I guess we're just going to have to take care of it ourselves. Phantom Force, Ceruledge. Clear Smog, Armarouge. Get rid of that Dragon Dance. Bitter Blade, Ceruledge. And Ceruledge, he's so smart because he goes for a Bitter Blade. It doesn't hit the Salamence, and Rubella and Indy are acting like, your Bitter Blade did nothing. But turns out, he can put his Bitter Blade up against Armarouge, who still has the ability, which powers him up from fire attacks, and now everybody's just winning big time. Flash Fire activates, and then we get such a sick move. Taylor would be losing it, because this is the most Mega Man X thing in the world. Liko yells out, use Ember, and Armarouge says to Liko in perfect English, he says, I got something even better for you. And he puts his 2 arm cannon hands together and it forms one giant cannon blaster, and he uses blaster cannon, and these Salamence are just, I don't think they'll ever battle again, Geese Peep.
They're done, though.
Such a sick armor cannon, and the explorers retreat after Rubella or Indy, one of the two, gets a little Rotom call where he says something. He says, "Oh, yes, I understand. Oh, I'm coming now." Okay. So shouts out, we won. We won the big battle. And at this point, Geese Peep, Liko, and Methio, they're gonna have a little moment where, what are they, just like complimenting each other, having a little heart to heart?
They talk about, Liko is impressed by Charcadet. And Matthew was like, "Oh, it was all you guys." Yeah, it was our.
Everybody says good work to Armarouge, and now you deserve yourself a little rest. Why don't you get your little Pokeball? I must have skipped past it, but there was a point in the episode that cracked me up where Dot is just watching the battle.
Yeah.
And she's saying, "Wow, that's so sick." And then she says to Quaxwell, she says, "Oh, but I got to be focusing on opening this door right now. I need to stop just watching the battle." But now, thank God, she opened the door finally. So she walks over to him. She's also impressed that Armarouge has finally evolved. And then, hey, now Roy and Ult are here. This scene, to me, was absolutely hysterical. Roy and Ult show up, and their excuse was, we had to battle 1 million people up there. Everybody's knocked out. It took us this entire time. We've been battling nonstop.
Captain Pikachu looks so tired and tuckered out.
He battled 1 million people. What do you expect from him? He's on his last ropes over here. All right, well, cool. Let's go ahead and save the 6 heroes. Am I right?
Dramatic walk inside the HQ.
Yeah, we do get a funny moment before they enter, though, where Amethio's on the phone with Zerk and Onions. And if you'll recall, Geese Peep, I don't know if you'll recall, but many, many episodes ago, we got a whole episode about how Zerk is the biggest Nidothing fan in the world, or Onions. Who can remember who's who? Probably Zerk. He's the biggest Nidothing fan in the world. So when Dot says, "Yeah, thank you so much, Zerk and Onions," he goes, no, it's fine. Nidothing. That was good. That's good. And now we cut to the big dramatic Evangelion chamber.
Holodeck.
Oh my God. Matrix. Just any goofball techno 90s, anything you could imagine. It's here at the bottom of the Explorers HQ. We get all these cyber cubes everywhere, and inside each one is another member of the 6 heroes. My God, is that you, Lapras? Is that you, Gouging Fire? Cleavor, my boy! Arboliva, you're all here!
And then, so they each run up to one of these cubes, and then they all get separated, basically. And a explorer comes around the corner of a cube, so they each have a one-on-one battle.
That's right. We see Coral. We see Sidian. We see Chelsea. Rubella and Indy. I guess you guys have some more Pokemon? Oh, that's okay. That's who called him. It was Spinal. Spinal said, "Hey, I need you guys to the Videodrome right now. Hurry, we gotta. They're coming down here any second."
They have their Tauros.
Yeah, they do have their Paldean Tauros they can use, I suppose. Guess we'll see next week what Pokemon they're going to use. And then the big, giant, scary final reveal is all the cubes going to... This is probably tough. You're going to have to watch the episode because it's almost impossible to describe with words. All the teleporting and goofing and cube moving is going around here. It's just like a cyber. It's like, most cyberpunk? I don't know.
And Spinal is sitting on his throne.
With Umbreon. Oh my God. What are the kids going to do? How are they going to get out of this one? And we see to be continued. Geese Beep, the episode is over. But before we give this a score and discuss how we felt about this episode, I'm going to need you to tell me all about Mega Sharpedo this week in this week's Mega of the Week.
This week, it's Mega Sharpedo. When a Mega evolves, the spikes on its head become fangs. I personally not a biggest fan of the look of the Mega Evolution.
He's a goofball.
He's spiky, that's for sure.
Yeah, he's edgelord, 13-year-old drawing Pokemon. I don't like most Megas, actually.
like real world sharks, if he loses a tooth or gets one injured, it grows back. Well, it just grows a new one, I guess.
Shouts out.
The yellow on its body is all the scars from its battles.
Mm.
And then the animation is Nito thing riding on it as it goes in the water very fast. And she tells the audience that it can reach speeds up to 200 kilometers an hour.
Wow, that's so fast.
Wow.
Way to go, Sharpedo. All right, let's go and discuss this episode.
Well, I expressed my disappointment with the speed at which Charcadet evolves. But I also would like to say it again for the record that I was correct. Not Taylor. It was me that said it. I know I said it first. He only reaffirmed that I said it. That Grandma Diana would give the armor and then they'd evolve. And Amethio's Saraledge and Liko's Armarouge would work together in the end to battle. I just wish it was more of a bigger stakes moment.
I'd like to defend everyone and say from second one of us seeing Charcadet, because we actually met him before Liko even caught him, that episode where he was riding around on the little Terapagos. That was cute. From second one, I think everybody predicted he was going to be Armarouge, and then Liko and Amethio were going to have their big sick moment together.
It just, we only got the armor last episode.
But it's been a long time coming.
But it's just a battle with the goons before the big battle.
He's been ready to evolve for so long. It's been in his heart. That's where it matters, not the armor.
He did one episode of training at the Dome.
All I'm saying is in the video game, as soon as you get the armor, you're ready to go. You're ready to evolve. So honestly, I'm impressed. He didn't evolve the second he touched it. And he at least waited for a big, sick, dramatic
Honestly,
battle.
that would have been more of an interesting evolution than what we got.
No, the way we got it is way sicker. But that being said, this episode off of the very funny, very cool, very amusing, very sick, fun to watch Petron episode, I can't give this episode too high of a score. I mean, it is technically hugely plot. I mean, this is big deal, saving the 6 heroes, Amethio teaming up. It's important of an episode. Geese Peep.
Felt like a chore.
Yeah, we've seen this episode before. I mean, I don't want to be as cruel to it as that one episode where Sprigatito ran away and then Liko had to find her, but it's nothing special in this episode. The sick evolution is really going to be the only thing that gives this episode any points. And I mean, I guess Amethio was kind of sick arriving, and Olt and Amethio having a little conversation. It was kind of neat,
I mean, if anything, I wish we got more of the flashbacks or sense that Amethio had regret about his past actions.
Yeah, it was very just vague and cryptic. So we're going to have to take off a couple points for that, probably. I don't know. I mean, what am I going to put it in the 6s? What score are you thinking about going around?
7.
Oh, that's very high. Okay. I thought you would have given it lower.
I want to give it lower, but
you can give it lower.
All right, 6.
6.0?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I definitely liked it more than Geese Peep did because I think there were some cool moments in it. I mean, it wasn't all bad. It just was nothing special. And unfortunately, what's going to hurt this episode's score is how good last week was. And I did have high hopes for it. We're sneaking into the Explorers. It's going to be sick. Geese Peep is nodding her head no.
Every week, Michael's like, oh, I think you're going to actually like this episode.
I didn't say that this week. I only said it for the one. God, how many times I got to say it? Every week I have to say this. I only say that when I think it's true. And there was only one time every time I say that she does like it. The only time that wasn't true is when there was the episode with the Tokusatsu ending. And I thought that was the whole episode. But I'm sick of treading over old ground. I want to give this I want to give it a 7, I guess. It would get lower if it didn't have the super sick evolution, and the battle's pretty good. And I like Amethio's dramatic arrival. That was fun. And there were a couple laughs. It was genuinely funny when Dot said, oh, sick battle. Wait, I mean, I got to get back to work. And there were funny jokes. Like, there were some laughs. There were cute moments with Charcadet, like, tripping over and falling. Yeah, it gets a 7 because even though I'm disappointed in it, it still has everything I need. Sick moments with evolution, with cool battle ability stuff, funny moments with Dot, cute moments with Charcadet. So then the Poke Sleep, and that's cute too. So it has everything, at least one of everything I need. So we're gonna go ahead and give it a 7.0. And Geese Peep, do you have anything more to add to our discussion of this week's episode?
No, just the same old. I wish we got the people that did Sun and Moon for every week.
Well, in that case, sounds like it's time to move on to the wrap-up. Geese Peep, can you please take it away? And I know you have it memorized, so you don't even have to look.
Thank you, everyone, for listening. You can find us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and YouTube. Please like and comment so more people can find us. Also, thank you to Keith Squared for our artwork. You can find him at twitch.tv/Keith Squared.
Shouts out Professor Ticklebits for the website and the boilerplate. That's twitch.tv/prof_ticklebits. And also, please, if you'd like, recommend this to your friends and family. Perhaps they like Pokemon. The Horizons anime, that'd be the number one person to recommend it to. But maybe they just like listen to us discuss ice cream and Greek yogurt salesmen, or all of the other films and TV shows and games and adventures.
People love hearing about how I like to look at birds.
Yeah, that's true. She does love birds. All right. You can also, if you'd like, you can send any sort of question, comment, or concern to looklistencast@gmail.com. Okay, guys, we're gonna say goodbye. We're gonna say goodbye minimum 5 times from Geese Peep. I'm gonna say goodbye probably around 2 times, and then we're gonna leave, and then you gotta wait till next week to hear from us. And so, see here, I'm not gonna see you, but you'll perhaps hear me again in 7 days. So just wait 7 days. You'll get another one. Okay. Geese Peep, please say goodbye 5 times.
Goodbye.
Of varying pitches.
Goodbye. Goodbye.
One goodbye for me.
Goodbye.
And final goodbye.
Goodbye.
Howdy, y'all. It's me, Geese Peep. Thank you for listening to the Geese Peep Productions podcast.
Geese Peep Enterprises, doing business as Peep Industries, together with its subsidiaries, is a diversified worldwide entertainment company with operations in media networks, talent management, parks and resorts, multimedia entertainment, and consumer products and interactive media. Geese Peep Enterprises is a Dow 30 company